Boom, 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 boom. What's up? What up? What up? What up? Where's Pedro? Hey, what's going on, Savage AF? I don't know where Pedro went, but Pedro will be there shortly because either that or Pedro got kidnapped. There's a very good chance Pedro got kidnapped by the cartel. No, he's right there. Shit, I was so close. It was so close, but yet, yeah.
So far. Hey, guys. Savage AF, that's the show. I just ran through my own house. Oh, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro here. Finally.
Yo, what's going on? This is Shang, and I want to thank y'all for joining us. You know what? We missed a few days, so if you was busy, we were doing big things. We making moves and all kind of shit. Thank you to, I want to say quick shout out. Thank you to Fresno for coming out and representing. Fantastic show there. Thank you to Stockton, California, both sold out shows, and packed out house in actually Sacramento. We appreciate y'all coming out, and we will be back doing shows at probably different venues, but we will definitely be back doing shows there. Thank you for that. Now, with the Savage AF shit we talking about, I think it's on Mondays. What is it? Mondays?
So Monday through Friday, we are on live. YouTube and Facebook. Same damn time. Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, we are on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Write that down. If you ever miss us live, first of all, your life sucks. Okay.
Yeah, you need to
turn your shit around starting today.
Get your shit together. Yeah.
Because we do love you, even though we are savage AF as fuck. We have a YouTube page. You're watching us live on it now, but for those who miss us, just know that if you are tapped in, fully subscribed and notified, youtube.com/c/savageafworld, all one word. It is scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
And get in there. You know, this is the good thing about this. This is the part that y'all should just know. You can actually go there and click a little button, and once you do, subscribe to the goddamn channel, and then once you subscribe, give us the big thumbs up. Look at that. Look, we both giving you the thumbs up. Make sure you check it out. Also, I want to let y'all know you can check us out on the Facebook. On the Facebook.
I finally figured out it is Savage A.F. There's 2 dots there, y'all. Okay, full abbreviation. Savage A.F. Look us up. We'll be there for you. Oh, Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That is our motto. We believe in it. I see y'all building in the building. Bronda, Maya Baker, Zenat. No other Miranda. What up, though? Look at me. Look, Miranda. See that? Ha! I got my shit on today.
He can't help it. You know what? He can't help himself with the Detroit shit. And he's happy because his team actually won. Which is astounding in itself.
Michigan,
because they usually don't.
No, that's not even true.
That's true.
You're making up stuff now. But yeah, the Michigan Wolverines.
They won.
They got the longest streak in college basketball right now for Sweet 16 appearances. Pulled out 2 great victories this week. Colorado State and Tennessee. They beat a 3 seed as an 11 seed. Maya Baker said so did Arizona. Yeah, I fear them actually, Arizona, because they whooped Michigan's ass earlier this year when Michigan was much more inexperienced and not playing well. But they're
always with the excuses.
Hey man, it's a young squad, but you know we whatever. We're gonna talk about that later this week because Thursday we got Villanova, and that's
But you know
a
what?
whole other thing. All right.
But let's not wait until later this week to tell you this shit right now. If you have Instagram, which I'm sure a lot of you do, and if you don't have Instagram, get an Instagram
You
and
don't
do
have a
this
life.
immediately. All right, I don't know what you're thinking. What are you doing with your life? Make sure you follow at Black Pedro. And also, you happen to be on the IG, you might as well follow at Comedian Shang. Do it for your loved ones. Do it for your family. Your orgasms will be stronger. Everything in your life will go better if you just follow us on the IG. And while you're at it, like and subscribe. That's all we're asking you, because if you don't, you know that's some bullshit. Everybody know that's some bullshit if you don't do it. So, and some of y'all know if you don't follow, you can get these hands. Okay?
Throw them bows.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. We'll keep it pushing from there, man, because
we'll keep
it is
pushing.
Monday, March 21st, 2022.
The run up
on your ass.
Down. And by the way, shout out to Bronda, Maya. We got Maya Baker in the building. Zenat. No other word. No other. There's no other. Really? Are you the only one? I think you are, Miranda. So we're gonna jump into the show because I think there's a young man that's gonna give you the down on the up, on the up on the down. What it is. Make it happen. It happens just now.
Monday, March 21st, 2022, the year of your Lord. Black Pedro, Comedian Shang, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. We're ending with a Shangry today. We can't sell out if we keep selling out.
Boom. That's the deal.
We're going to definitely get an explanation on that. But before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today. Can I get a WEED-NESS? Can I get a WEED-NESS? I'll explain that. Y'all know I like a good pun or two, or a 35. Before we get into that, we do have our critical question of the day. Motherfucker, say what? The radical idea of closing the wealth gap in America is actually happening in some places, all thanks to a black man. We'll talk about, or a black man, as he might be called in Get Out. But before we get into that, gas coupons. Okay, talk to me then. California lawmakers are thinking about considering some sort of rebate for Californians, tax-paying Californians, to offset these goddamn dame la gasolina, man. But before we get into that, before we talk about the gas wars of 2022, let's talk about another.
The wars began. Yeah. Gas wars.
And like a match, the spark that lit rocked.
They wanted revenge. They gouged the goddamn consumer. Gas wars.
And they got burned. Another sort of Hunger Game going on began today. And we will let the game begin.
Let the games begin. Let them eat cake.
Confirmation hearings for the first Black woman nominee for the Supreme Court of the United States, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, began today. KBJ, as we might call her. Everybody seems to be getting their initials on.
Right.
You know, RBG, ACB. KBJ, let's go.
KID, that's from Kid and Play. I think it's, what is the Republicans called? What is their, do they have any abbreviations? Marjorie Taylor Greene would be MJ.
No, it'd be MONKEY.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or it would be.
That's her initials.
APE.
APE. Yeah. There you go. That works.
You big back bitch. You large neck fucking walrus face bitch.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, also known as APE. But anyways, KBJ. Okay. Not one to be fucked with. The first Black woman to be nominated to the Supreme Court of the United States. And today began the confirmation hearings. Of course, it was just like opening statements from Justice KBJ herself, as well as the members of the Judiciary Committee. People like Flimsy, Lindsey Josh Heil Hitler Hawley is on there. Holly
Which
Hitler, we'll
is
call him.
yeah, which I can't stand that motherfucker. They already talking shit. I saw two press releases that he was already talking shit, and they literally, I mean, this is absolute fact, are making shit up, and he's one of them, making shit up about her, saying that once when she was in college, she killed a man, which yeah, I never, and said that her defense record
And
was
drank
always
blood from his skull.
yeah, she once punted a baby. All of her record when she was a defense attorney was always putting white people in jail and trying to put white people in jail, even though her husband happens to be a Caucasoid. It's all bullshit. But they're
So,
going hard to paint. They
well,
said they wasn't, but they're going to.
well, you can see, you know, through some of the opening statements today, you know, from Josh Heil Hitler Hawley, especially, I know he brought up, you know, without questioning her yet because they weren't in that phase, but you can see where he's going to be going. Looks like they're going to hit her on soft on crime, you know, on the
Which
liberal side of
is
things.
not true at all.
So you know, Holly brought up that, you know, specifically about lower sentencings for child pornography, you know, convictees or whatever. Um, People have been convicted of, you know, there were a couple cases people were convicted of child pornography, and she gave, as Holly said, the prosecutors wanted 24 months, and she gave 3 months. Um, Again, this wasn't questioning; it was just kind of him, you know, I think doing a precursor to what he was going to be asking. Um, Maya Baker says, "How's that different from Kavanaugh?" Lindsey Graham was specifically like, "We won't be asking you if you like beer or, you know, what you did in high school, or, you know." So they, you know, they're still bitter about that, but they know they can't come at her like that, even though Fucker
Well,
Carlson is.
it was bullshit. The reason they asked him if he liked beer is because he would get drunk and do inappropriate things. So there was a correlation between the beer and other shit. Lindsey Graham, you fucking closeted fucking cunt. And the bottom line is, we know what the deal is with you. You flip floppy. You better than any gymnast we ever put sent over for the Olympics because you the flip floppy is flip flopping motherfucker in the world. But if they try to smear this woman's name in any way, shape, or form, and the Democrats don't hit back hard, I'm gonna become an independent, flat out, because that's some bullshit.
You know, yeah. I
This is
don't
a
know.
nice, intelligent, smart
Yeah,
black
yeah.
woman.
So I mean,
That's
they can't. You know, this committee can't really come at her like, did you rape guys in high school? You know, it's not going to right. And understand that a woman, what was her name? Blasey Ford. I can't remember her first name, but she came out and you know, made accusations about Kavanaugh. So not to investigate it would have been, you know, irresponsible. And not to question him on it, as you know, given the gravity of the position, I think would be irresponsible. Wouldn't you want to know if a Supreme Court justice potentially sexually assaulted a, you know, a young woman, a classmate, when even if they were
But
teenagers?
even qualification wise, Kavanaugh was not at the same qualifications that she has. Let's just be
Yeah,
real. And we
no,
always, as black people, got to do 15 times better than somebody to get the exact same job. I see it as them going to pull the race card because they're definitely going to pull a race card with her, which won't make any fucking sense. And they already said that she was cool a year ago.
yeah. So
These
no,
stupid bitches.
there's no this committee won't be able to pull any race card. Like not even Josh Hawley. Like that's too obvious. What they're going for is no. They
Pedro.
said it. No, come on, dog. Like, come on. Like that. Listen, these guys they work in a certain fashion, right? Donald Trump is an extreme of it. Not all of these guys operate like this, right? Like, you know, some of them are true clusterfucks as human beings, but they still operate like Bitch McConnell is arguably a worse human being than Donald Trump, like almost unarguably, right? Like it's he is a horrible, horrible human being, but he still like operates with decorum, you know, even though it's towards fuckery, right? So what I'm saying is like these guys aren't gonna come at her about anything racial, right? They're gonna come at her about her record on like, you know, crime and like being soft on it and being a public defender and having sympathies for criminals and things like her brother. Maybe that'll come up where her brother, you know, is in jail, has been for a long time for
But you don't
drug
think it's going to
offenses.
bring up
So maybe
racial?
she'll be soft.
They already did. They said they already did before this. I'm not going to think they're going to do it in this specific case. But I'm going to tell you right now, they already said, why do we have to have a black woman as the nominee? They've already done that.
Well,
a percentage of the Republicans.
Yeah, but so I'm just trying to keep this specific to the committee, right? And I know that Lindsey Graham was, you know, criticized the announcement and was just like, well, if it had been a more diverse field and then you chose a black woman, then it would seem like it would give the pick more weight. That's bullshit. But that's outside of committee. In the committee, that you know, that opinion doesn't matter because that the nominee is there before the nomination has been made. So no matter what their feelings are, they're not going to come at this. The members of the committee are not publicly going to come at this about race.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't put nothing past them. And again, I've said this before. I am not surprised by anything the Democrats or the how low the Democrats can go in acceptance and accountability and always being accommodating. And I will not put nothing past the Republicans because they go as low as you can go. Trump's bar kept going lower and lower and lower. William Barr's bar kept going lower, lower, lower. So I can see them pulling up race and say, yeah, but we saw you on World Star and you and Sharkeisha jumped a girl. I'm like, what? That didn't happen. But by the time they say it, the fucking Republicans that are watching going, yeah, she's fucking violent. I mean, they make shit up, bro. Come on. You know they make shit up. So I wouldn't put it past them.
I know you're giving extremes, but obviously they're not going to say
extremes.
Yeah, I mean, you
don't think they'll pull a Sharkeisha thing? I think they will.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, but literally, there is nothing they can pull out like that, right? Like it would have come up in the 3-4 times that they've seen her already, right? Like members a year ago, this very same, she's already sat in front of these same people. So, this is it. You know what I mean?
All right, but I'm just saying, Breezy JJ said they brought up affirmative action candidate already. So that's a racial thing to me. They could say the same for C. Thomas, but they didn't because he agrees with their agenda. That's where I see them coming from. And they feel like they have to stop her from being not only to be in the Supreme Court, because that's a huge win in a lot of people's eyes for Biden. If that's which way they see it, so they got to do what they can to make it messy and fucked up. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of I'm along the lines of Maya, where she's like they see her as a threat to their agenda. Thomas is not. They tried the same with Kamala. Like, yeah, I mean, if the Republicans could find a way to hold this nomination up until January of 2025, they would.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right, but that's not that's not a racial thing. Okay, if
it's a power thing,
exactly. It's like Maya said, it's towards their agenda. Like they would like to get another conservative on there and have it be fucking 7-2. You know what I mean? And then they want Sotomayor to slip down some steps.
After Bitch McConnell did that shit to Obama when he wasn't drinking, Trump ass. No, that's actually Trump ass, liquefied Trump ass. After he held up the Supreme Court Judge Pick, after he did that, I don't put nothing past these motherfuckers. That's why I say Bitch McConnell is that low, and Trump is lower than him to me. but he is that low. The motherfucker will do shit like that. The Republicans will do shit like that. These are the same motherfuckers that tell us that there was no January 6th. It wasn't, they weren't attacking the cops. It was a picnic. They were just going on a field trip. And it just so happened it was a field trip where they took sharp objects and stabbed cops with them and sprayed them with bear spray. That's all the picnics I've been to. Every picnic I've been to.
That great field trip was just like that. I remember.
Just like that. So no, I don't put it a past him, but we'll see, man. I think that, but she is scary qualified, and she's pleasant. She's accommodating, but I like the fact she said yes, and my brother is, and yes, yes, and she told him right off the bat, so they couldn't bring it up. So
and it's a subtle way of letting them know we know killers. I don't really fuck with us. She from Miami, y'all. Yeah. Maya Baker said they're trying to balance their hatred without sacrificing their base and being identified for who they are. Hey man,
I agree.
Sister, call it like you see it now. So the process has begun. The Republicans and the opposition, they have no real footing to stand on. So as we see, they're going to go at her about toughness on crime or lack thereof, and try and make her look like, you know, one of these dangerous liberal BLMers that want to drink white babies and stab America in the heart.
Hey, KBJ, what's in that blender? Babies. What,
white babies.
White little babies.
What flavor? Vanilla.
Vanilla. I like to put a little coconut in there too, because it makes the babies go down more.
Because they're cocoa nuts.
They make it tasty. So hopefully she will not get too ran through the mud. But I think they will.
No mud. She's so fresh and so clean. There's no mud.
You don't think so?
Man, as a black woman, you don't get that far up. you know how squeaky clean she's been. I'm surprised her hair has texture at all. Okay.
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like she is radical for that. So like other than that, she is squeak the fuck out clean. And it's been proved too many times. So
you know what? I heard that she hired a white girl to hit another white girl with a shovel.
You dig? Get it with the shovel. All right, man. Speaking of digging, we get our main fuel source for a lot of life by digging, drilling, finding oil,
finding information, and bringing it to you.
Well, no, I meant literally us as a society. We dig for oil, and we find.
Oh, you mean actual oil? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we find it into this thing called gas or gasoline. And we put it in our cars and we drive around and we fuck the earth up. But in between all of that, inflation, war, COVID, supply chain, greedy ass corporations.
Police brutality, racial inequality, voter rights in jeopardy. I was
just talking about the factors that are specific to the rise of gas prices, right?
Oh, I thought you were just going on the list of fucked up things.
No. I'm talking about, between, pandemic, supply chain stuff, general inflation and this war, and then corporate greed, and poaching of the general consumer. We have this spike in gas prices, right? We're all feeling it, but I got to tell you, I don't know where you live, but there is no place like California when it comes to these goddamn gas prices. And we just drove from LA to, like he said, Fresno, Stockton, Sacramento, back down, right? Man, the last fill up you did, I took a little video. I'm gonna post it on my grams at Black Pedro. I believe it was $235 or $36 that the person before us had spent. Yeah. They got 36 gallons of gas. Man, fuck that vehicle. We burning that motherfucker for the insurance and moving on with our lives.
Wow. When I see that, I go, nigga, get a bike. What the fuck?
But living in California, very liberal state, looking out for the peoples. It looks like we might, or I won't say that, but that California lawmakers are thinking about a little gas coupon right there, like you had up there, Shane. Maybe more complicated than that, but essentially a rebate to every California taxpayer as a way to try and offset these exorbitant gas prices. I know I did a story last week where I told y'all, or maybe the week before, it cost me like nearly $90, $89.52 to fill up my like 16-gallon tank, an Audi A4, man, and not a huge car. So I am feeling it, right? Like it's
And
on down to me.
my car was quite thirsty.
Yeah,
It was
she
it
drank
was
up.
it, we spent over almost $200.
Yeah, man, you know, and normally that would not cost you that much, but that's where we are. But I'm thankful that it's at least in the thought process, in the ether out there, that the thought that
But put it this way,
maybe we should help people during this time. But California, make this happen.
yeah, if we do
Yeah,
make this happen, there are going to be so many people happy. There's going to be
a gas party.
it's going to be absolutely. We are going to be like, yo, shit, gas went down.
I'm on fire tonight.
Yeah, yeah, that's the last shit you want to do near somebody with a match. But still, I really do think that if they absolutely do it, which it's going to be a struggle because gas companies are really trying to do it. It's not going to be something major. I don't think it's going to be a major coupon or a major discount. I think it's be like 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is in 2015. They were giving out gas coupons then because it was a spike in gas, and this is as much as they were given then. So I don't know if that would be the case now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure of a specific dollar amount that has been thrown out there, or I didn't see it, and I was reading in the LA Times digital. But sorry, I just found it. A $400 rebate, $800 for couples is the proposed. I mean, 400. I don't know.
Bus fare.
I mean,
bus fare.
if you're sending it out, I'll take it.
But still,
I'm gonna tell you that AJ Fitz said, and what up, bro? Russia isn't feeling it with 92 at $1.70 and 95 at $2.30. After the sanctions, it's America taxing us for no damn reason. No, I mean even your president Joseph Robinette Biden has called out the oil companies for gouging prices at a time like this. So it's really not. Yeah, because and we've talked about this. We only get 3% of our oil imports from Russia. But I think it's important because any dollar that we give them over oil or anything else, they would obviously be using as part of their efforts in the Ukraine. So,
but at the same time, I know what you're saying. I think it is definitely a gouging thing. I've never been at the gas pump and just start screaming, "Stop! Stop! Please stop! Stop it! Don't keep going up! Stop!" That's how bad it is. So, I mean, right now, if they give any kind of relief, $400, $800 for couples, I'm gonna get in a relationship just so I can get those other $400, and then I'm gonna break up with the bitch. I'm like, look, hey, I already got my coupon, bitch. Beat it, scram,
check
bust.
cleared. So
yes, scram,
bust. You get cleared too.
Yeah, so that's the main thing. But gas prices in other cities I've seen are like in New York. Somebody hit me up and said, because I posted something about how high gas prices were, and somebody said, yeah, well, it's not like that in Jersey. And I want to say that to that person. I don't remember who it was, but whoever it is, you know who you are. Fuck you. All right. For just mocking me and putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there, you lucky gas paying motherfuckers, you.
Yeah, man. I would definitely like to see us hold oil and gas companies more responsible and tax them without the loophole bullshit. That would be nice. Damani Jones, sorry you didn't get a notification today, but glad you're here. Nicole Sadler, also welcome. We see you.
You have to click the bell to get a notification.
So also, I guess the $400 was an early proposal, but this past Friday, it was proposed that each eligible person gets $200, and then that number would increase based on your number of dependents, up to people who made $250,000 or less, basically. So don't even count on that 400 just yet. Okay, might be half that.
Hey, don't have a gas party yet. Don't.
Yeah, this might be a one tank gig, y'all. we'll,
Yeah.
we'll see what we like. The government's like, we'll get you on a tank. And then when
Well,
I say the government, I mean California. So I don't know if your state, if any other states are considering anything like this, and I don't know what your prices are like in other places.
better
Shout
than
them out.
here.
I'm one of those people. I got to get 91, and I don't mean because of my personality. I mean like my car requires it. I'm definitely feeling it nowadays at the pump. But we here in California need some relief like this. Like so many Californians need this relief.
Okay.
To be honest,
And
any kind of relief would do, but the more the better. Like obviously, $200
is
wouldn't be
again.
as great as
I'm gonna say
2,000.
it again. Bus fare. That's all it is bus fare. And Mr. Humphrey. So if they give out vouchers, what policies do they have in place to keep from raising prices? None. There's not gonna be any. What's up? What's up, Stacy? I just feel like if you look at the way they're going about it, even if they do give us 200 or 400, like Pedro said, if he has to use the highest premium gas, it's still going to not put a really significant dent in what you have to pay. I mean, it's still going to be up there,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to pay $50 to go 4 blocks.
Yeah, there's no correlation between this relief and the regulation of gas prices, but it would be intended to mitigate, whatever
Somewhat.
inflation has incurred and whatever increases might occur. But trust me, government, if you're listening, California, the more the merrier. Okay,
Yeah,
bring
do
them
that
on.
shit. I'm waiting for the gas party. It's a gas party and it's going down. Shell on Fairfax.
Hmm. Man, the Shell, yeah, the Shell gas station by me, it's one of the like it's got to be worldwide one of the worst, but definitely in Los Angeles, it's. I just read an article the other day, and it was like the first one mentioned of these certain gas stations in town that just have, they're like $1.50 above any other gas station of the same
Eight
brand.
dollars, $8.50, $9. One of them, the sign actually said "Your firstborn."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I can actually see. I
your
can't see the
firstborn.
prices. I can't see the prices from here, but
So if you have any children,
they got to be close to $8.
yeah, it's $8. It's definitely $8. It's over $8. But if you have any children that you're not really close to, that you don't love that much, a lot of them are taking children in trade for gas. I know some people are taking sex in trade for gas. So all you hoes, I'm sure you'll be able to get around. Um, you know,
Gas for ass. Let's go, y'all.
exactly.
That's the new
Those signs are
program.
going to be everywhere soon. You'll see. And yeah, a lot of you crackheads that was already sucking dick for crack, you're gonna definitely be sucking dick for gas. So you already been trying to siphon out gas anyway, so you're good at it. So you already, let it happen.
Let's just hope that the ass is as premium as the gas.
Yes.
Maya Baker's getting premium for $5. Listen, honestly, that I would take that. That would be a break. Ronald is getting it for $4, but under $4 in Missouri. So Missouri, brother Humphrey, might I suggest a side business of slanging that gas in your
Right.
state? You know what I'm saying? Ship me some of that, bro.
If
Because
you if you
I'll pay you
see
$4.75.
if you see
I'll pay you
somebody come up to
$4.75.
you near the gas station, go psst, psst. Hey, what's up,
Mm-hmm.
man? Yo, I got that gas, son. Yo, man, look at these tanks, man. Come get
Yeah.
some. I would do it. I mean, right now you got to look at the situation with not only that, but food everything's going up because if you got to pay $200, $300 if you're a trucker, $400, $1,000 to get your truck from point A to point B, then a tangerine's gonna cost $165.
Nigga, I'm pulling some milks off the back of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A slab of beef off that bitch if I'm the
Yeah,
trucker. I'm like,
yeah.
these
I
my
mean,
ribs
shit.
now.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. That's why a lot of stuff is going up. If you think of transportation, if you look at Amazon pretending to shipping, putting it in the truck, paying all this money, But they don't get, they fuck Amazon if that's the case, because Amazon hardly pays taxes, so they can suck a dead donkey's dick. But I'm just saying, in
And then they
comparison,
ship it to you.
they ship it to you. Did you get your dead donkey's dick? No, I didn't. Damn. But I'm telling you right now, that's what she said.
I was just gonna say she did an emoji sentence a little. Yeah, just keep that peach in reach, okay? When you're at the gas pump, keep that peach in reach, girl. You'll get a fill up. Watch out now.
Boom. Yeah, it did cost a lot. We just came back from the Bay Area or Sacramento. And yeah, the gas prices, even with some of them that were a little bit lower, were still high. And that's where Pedro saw the 200 and change for the gas. So
I had to look twice. I was like, speaking of being high, am I high?
Is this right? I mean, it's just so much. But here on Savage AF, we let you know that we're hopefully here in California, we get some of those goddamn coupons. I want some. I don't give a fuck how much it is. Take some of that money off of the top, because I've been getting my truck is like, I'm so thirsty. My car is I'm so thirsty. I just want give me another sip. I just want another sip.
Please. AJ Fitz said gas is so high, Uber and Lyft are gonna go out of business. That made me think, wouldn't it be funny if you called an Uber and then that motherfucker showed up in another Uber, like, yeah, I ran out of gas. So we came to get you.
We both here.
we here.
And it's gonna cost you $75 to go about 5 minutes.
Right.
So it's gonna be so expensive.
But listen, whatever the 200, 400, 72,000, I'll take it all, because it seems like we're gonna need it for a while. Because these gas prices are not.
I will take the coupons they give us. $400 is still $400.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Pedro's gonna need it more than me. Well, no, mine is pretty thirsty. Yours is thirsty, but mine is not. Yours is thirsty. Your car gets
my car gets good gas mileage. It really does. I push hard. So I'm probably not the most fuel efficient driver.
I would say that. Clearly.
But I can, in the city, like if I'm just around in the city, I'm so central or whatever. Like, a full tank lasts me like 10 days, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's my car isn't thirsty. But it's like when she requires, she's not thirsty, but she has refined taste. So when it is time for her to sip, she is nothing but the finest, and that shit costs money. Goddamn!
Please put that trite unleaded down and give me the premium. That's actually how his car sounds too. It actually sounds like that. My car is like, just put it back in there, bro. Stick it in, bro. Well, man, fill me up. Which sounds like sounds like a really, really aggressive gay dude. Like, come on, put it in me, fill me up.
Oh, what was that movie called? Election, with like Reese Witherspoon and I'm talking about Matthew Broderick, and his wife is like, fill me up. Just me, guys. All right, that's cool.
No,
I'm the only one who watches white movies. Fine.
Wow, no,
whatever.
I'm sorry. I was
not
watching
everybody
Friday.
had BET, guys. Come on.
I was watching Fridays, so I don't even know what you're talking about. But Savage AF were brought here, and by the way, Savage AF is for the kids. No, it's not. Not at all. Because some of the stuff that's said on here, not appropriate for little children. All right. And plus, we don't like kids.
You have a problem, but if they do hear something and you have a problem, fuck your feelings, okay? God damn it, they're your kids. What they doing near the speakers when we on?
Exactly. And plus, facts matter. So what difference does it make?
Listen responsibly.
Okay. Now we're at a point in the show because we're gonna push it. I want to make sure that I say it very quickly. Make sure you check us out, because I forgot to say it in the beginning. If you have podcasts, say you like podcasts, say you don't like to look at our faces, and we just look at these fucking faces. They stink. They just stink. But make sure you check us out where you can hear us in your ear hole, all up in your ear hole, on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Yeah. And for the people that said, I didn't get the alert. Hey, what are you thinking?
Re-notify.
Ricola. Make sure you do this. Subscribe now. Now.
Now. All right, so you know that every day on this show, on the days that we do it, Monday through Friday, live, YouTube, Facebook, simultaneously, we ask critical questions, but the most critical question that we can ever ask, always sounded like a this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I just realized I forgot to bring in a picture of this brother, but Derek Hamilton is his name. Okay. He's essentially an economist. Has a master's, a doctorate. Decades ago, like 12 years ago, came up with the idea, something that's kind of being called a baby bond. And I think the term was used before in a slightly different application, but similar concept. But his concept is to basically establish a trust fund for every baby that's born in America that will mature, and when they come of age, let's say 21, they get a payout from this trust fund. Okay.
Right.
Now I know we're already thinking, right? There's a bunch of rich motherfuckers who already have trust funds and blah blah blah, right? But much like the COVID relief package, I'm down with giving the welfare even to the rich people, because it will still help poor people even if the rich people don't need it.
I'm gonna wait a minute. I disagree.
With what? I mean, you ain't done yet. First of all, so okay, go ahead. Disagree.
No, you said that you feel like you should give it. No, I mean, continue what you're saying, but you said you should even give it to the rich people. Absolutely fucking not. But go ahead. I just
well, my argument was that it kills any. Well, this is just welfare for poor people stuff. Like, no, this is just an American right. Right? Every American baby born has a right to this. Every single one. So it's truly representative of equality, and it allows rich people to shut the fuck up about poor people getting money, right? Because if you just admit this, if you just give poor people money, then they're gonna call it welfare, and you're lazy, and you're just getting money, and blah blah blah, right? But if you give it to everybody, then it's not welfare for poor people. It's just an American right. So I admit the rich people absolutely don't need it. We just need them to shut the fuck up. And it's hush money. It's shut the fuck up. You got it too. But everybody got the money. So shut the fuck up and let the poor people have their money.
If you're a multimillionaire and you already know the wealth gap, the bottom 50% is owned by the top 6%. If you go from the lot of stuff they did research on starting in 2019. Okay. The bottom line is a lot of these rich people did no hard work. There was all inherited. So a lot of their money is inherited. So to give them any kind of fucking additional help is just going to make the gap still wider.
The amount of money that you would be giving a rich person's baby wouldn't make a difference in their life, but it would make a difference. Hold on, but it would make a difference in a poor person's life. Also, by giving these poor babies trust funds, or every baby trust fund, then every baby inherit. No baby has done anything to inherit money. Like, they have done no work in life. But it's a gift that helps to give them.
What about the people that took the money, myself included, and put money away for my children? So when they get older, when I'm putting away stocks and bonds and things for them when they get older. So fuck me and fuck the hard work I did to get the money to put it and giving these babies. You know what? Fuck the babiys. You know what? Hold up, man.
I mean, you can still work. You can still work to provide for.
I mean, no, they don't have an extra little cushion. But the bottom line is these babies is out of line anyway. The babies be, they know the babies know what they're doing. They know what the fuck they're doing when I threw up on you, wipe my ass, fuck you, shut up. They're all little assholes. That's all. So I mean, I don't think that they deserve a reward because they're little assholes.
Let me see. What does AJ Fitz say? How about the rich / wealthy just pay taxes? And just with Elon, Jeff, and Bill would be a ridiculous check for the government. True that. But then you also have to talk about, like, just because, or just, so let's say, you know, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates start paying more taxes or whatever, right? Like, that doesn't mean that money is now going towards a baby trust fund, right? You have to legislate this trust fund first. So you have to get it in there first, make it happen, right?
Right.
So
you got a message. You got a little message right there, a little message.
No matter what you do, Pedro, the witch will never shut the fuck up. That's not true. There are plenty of ways to shut a person's mouth. You can shut them up. This would be a good way to do it economically, right? And again, that's just my opinion, but I don't think you can. I don't think a rich person can argue that this is welfare if they got the money too. Now they could argue they don't want it, they don't want to spend it, whatever, but they can't argue that it's just welfare for poor people.
Tax the churches. What about taxing the churches? What they're why they
we can think about all the sources we want to tax. But there's nothing that tells them to create trust funds for babies with that money. Hold on, I want to go. Also, yeah, like Ronald said, who is going to be funding this trust fund? I don't know that specifically either. But what I do know is we got money, dog. We've seen it from the pandemic, right? We see it with the Ukrainian war right now, where Russia's attacking Ukraine. That America just threw like $800-something million towards that. We have money, dog. It's just about how do we want to spend it. So don't worry about, right, like where we get the money from. We got the money. American can spend whatever fucking money it wants to.
Well,
let's work on getting it.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of these babies are really crafty, man. I'm just saying, we're giving these babies trust funds. They're crafty. They're gonna probably flip it and then not put their parents in old folks' homes. I don't trust the babies, you know, especially the 1 to 2 years old, man. They're little sneaky fucks, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they should probably have you in charge, Shane, because then you would probably, set them, have the money set aside for them in a trust, in a trust fund that neither the baby nor anybody else could access until that person.
Well, I'd have to regulate, right? I'd regulate these little babies.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea to regulate. They need you, Shane.
And the babies, once they get out of line, guess what? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I make sure that fuck you and your trust fund. You get no money. All right, now eat dirt, baby.
And by the time the baby actually gets the money, they'd be presumably a young adult. And if we're gonna go, if we were to go. Yeah, no, I mean, admittedly, a baby would fuck up any amount of money.
They would fuck it up. They would try to eat it first enough. Right.
Their first instinct is to put everything in their mouth and try and consume it. So they're going to try and eat the money. They don't get it, right? So
you can't trust. I thought it was a tax where the babies get the money, because a lot of times babies don't know what the fuck they're doing. They take a fork and they stick it in the fucking electric socket. I don't want to give that little baby money. Babies don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And a socket. See, that's on the parents.
That's what happened. That's happened with my kids at least 4 times.
So let's understand that Brother Hamilton, Derek Hamilton, his ideology, his theory is actually coming into practice, right? And in Connecticut and the District of Columbia, they've already started to set aside money for thousands of babies. And in the state of Washington, they're thinking about a similar program to begin in 2024. I think New Jersey's governor is also talking about it. Apparently, Hillary Clinton, when she ran for president, floated the idea. This idea is actually pretty old and was first laid out by Thomas Paine, who supported the American Revolution, but also supported that 15 pounds, which would be about 2,000 pounds or $2,600 today, be set aside
For
for
the
every baby
babies.
born.
You know
and,
what?
And this, but hold on, this was back in 1797 that he suggested that. So that 2,600, we would probably scale up to something greater nowadays. Hillary Clinton briefly floated an idea in 2007 when she ran, of setting a $5,000 aside in the trust fund for every baby born. So this isn't a wild or new idea, but it is now in practice in, like I said, DC and
Okay.
Connecticut.
But I think that what you're doing, Pedro, and all of you leftists and you lefties, hold on, you lefties are all, and you're in cahoots with the little baby coalition, which is a secret part of the Illuminati. Well, I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Is a baby Illuminati, and they're trying to do that so they can get more money to overthrow the government. I'm just putting that out there. Y'all can do what you want with it, but I think that's what's happening. And I think his brother that came up with it, or whoever he was, he's part of that shit because he was a baby when he came up with it. Fuck him.
And Ronald, you and Humphrey, always with the questions. We appreciate the the Inquisition, brother. And who is going to control these trust funds? Listen, guys, the same motherfuckers who control all the other shit, the government. Okay, they control your Social Security and the driver's license and the banking regulations and all this. It'd be a trust. It'd be a trust fund, man. A trust fund, and it'd be in your name.
And mysteriously, the white babies would get more money than the black babies, because if you look at insurance companies, white lives are more than black lives. And this was a movie that was made about it because it was actually starring John Travolta. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, he was explaining why a black baby isn't as much money as a white baby. So do they decide with the trust fund that this baby deserves more money, even though the baby didn't deserve shit yet because he's still shitting on himself, than this baby? So that's where I feel apprehensive about it. So I think, Rana, you have a point. How are they going to, how are they going to dole out this money just like the government? Because they already do that with housing. They fuck us over.
It would be a flat
I don't trust them.
Investment across the board.
I don't trust them. But we'll move on. But
I don't know if you're just being facetious or not, but this is literally something that would be so helpful if we could really imagine. And for anybody who really doesn't trust it, just stop and think. What we're talking about is having millions of impoverished children when, hopefully the continuation of, the child tax credit would be in place, right? So that the poverty gap would shrink. But then you'd have, less fortunate individuals coming out into their young adulthood with a lump sum of money that they can, begin their lives with, that would be better than coming out with absolutely nothing, which a lot of people do now. And it would be the government investing in it.
Pedro.
And like I said, we have a shit ton of money. So no matter what you feel about rich people getting $5,000 or $10,000 that they don't need anyways, understand that there are millions and millions of poor
I understand what you're saying.
Who do need that money.
But first off, man, I don't appreciate you calling me facetious. Okay, that's not my name.
I didn't even say.
Okay, my name is not facetious or facetious, or whatever big word you use. I think you're a little bit out of line. You're a little bit out of line with that. Okay, I'm not.
My bad.
Okay, I don't care about the nigga on the nag. I was not Uncle Facetious. Okay, what I'm saying to you is you can't trust these babies. That's all I'm saying. You can say what you want. All you people in the feet think whatever you fucking want. Babies are crafty. I've had 2 of them. They are sneaky little individuals, and they'll figure out a loophole to get our money that I put hard work in to get. So fuck that.
Yeah. So what I would like to see is not only this in place, but to have a greater social program around the education about what to do with this money when you get out, when you get it, when you take hold of this money, when it matures. What do our people do with this money, right? Like, how do people actually use it to make their lives better, right? I think would be the next but equally important part. So yes, invest in babies, man. Poor babies. Yes, we should be putting money into poor babies so
And
they
there'll
have
be a
something
lot
when
of
they become young
spinning
adults.
rims. There'll be a lot of.
Well, not if you educate. That's why I said
I
you
know,
need
I
to
know.
educate people about it,
I think you're
and you
missing
know
my
there should
point.
be.
You're missing my point,
I'm not.
Pedro.
Go. What's the point? What's the point?
The point is, you keep thinking that the babies have the knowledge to use this money, and they don't.
Hilarious. Yeah,
They
I do keep
don't.
forgetting that. I do keep
They're
forgetting that.
babies.
Yeah.
We don't need a baby fund. We need maybe a teenage fund. Like you get a certain age, then
The
maybe get it.
teenagers,
But
the babies would do more with the money than the
well, you're right.
teenagers
The
would.
babies might do better. You know what? In fact, how about we just do a whole cloak over everything and fuck these kids? All right.
Well, babies might try and eat it. Teenagers will just roll it up and do drugs with it. And
That's true. Because after seeing Euphoria, I don't trust these teens.
These damn kids. Open up that door. God damn it. All the doors, taking all the doors off the hinge.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna keep it moving. Speaking of off the hinges, that's what this nigga is.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, hey, hey. With another popping to let you know what's popping.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping, man. So I had an epiphany this weekend, which is the cologne at the end of Boomerang. And it smells good. And I sprayed some on me. And then I had a thought, a really bright idea. I was reminiscing on this weekend. Again, shout outs to Fresno, Stockton, and Sacktown, Bay Area, and back down. But I believe it was the first night in Fresno, huh? Where I do a bit of a few minutes of weed jokes in my set, typically given time constraints. I talk about my consumption and my connoisseurship of the Mary Jane leaf. And every now and then, somebody comes up, you want to smoke, man? You really smoke? You want to hit this? You blah, blah, blah. Cool. Every now and then somebody, I've had somebody give me a few nugs or something, whatever. This dude was like in Fresno was like, man, you really smoke? I was like, yeah. He's like, hold on. And I was like, oh, you gonna get a blunt, a joint, whatever. This motherfucker came back with like a quarter ounce of White Widow. Just like, it's like, here, man, take this. And I was like, oh man, thanks. I appreciate that. I mean, I think this is the most weed like anybody's ever just like given me for doing comedy and talking about weed on stage. So I was like, oh man, thank you. And it really made me realize like the power of comedy and the effect you can have on people. And then I realized like, well, why should I waste that power on weed? Maybe I should talk more about the things I need in my life on stage, and then people will give me that too. So I'll be doing more jokes about needing money, Rolls Royces, helicopters, and yachts. And if you ever come to my show and you have any of those things and you want to share them with me as well, please feel free. I would ask that if it's a yacht, you also provide ways to tow and dock it temporarily until
docking fees.
Yeah, until I figure out my garage situation. But other than that, man, shout out to that dude who hooked me up. And shout out to anybody else who wants to hook me up. But can I get a WEED-NESS, y'all? Can I get a WEED-NESS? Yeah, man, if you see me talking about something, you think, oh, man, he really likes gold chains. Give me one of yours.
I know that
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We both talked about pussy. And
hey, and ladies, if you ever hear me talking about it and you want to give me some, go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Throw it my way.
I'm just throwing it out there. Like
I would appreciate that. I would really.
But no, I was standing right next to him, and the dude ran to his car, ran back with the bat. Bam! Here you go. And it was not.
He came back with a satchel, and he did one of them. You could tell there was a whole bunch of packages in there, and he came. It was like a dank raffle. I was like,
it was. He came back with the sticky, but I got a bunch. I've been giving a lot of that stuff, and then when they find out I don't smoke, I've had people snatch it back. Well, give it back, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? But I just give it to people who do smoke. I got some edibles back there right now that some dude gave me on the road, and I'll probably give it to people who are that partake of it. Good luck to them. And
Yeah.
Pedro, I think it's smart to manifest and put it in the air, so to
Yeah.
speak.
I'll be doing Rolls Royce jokes
yes,
and Hummer
yes.
EV jokes.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, put it in the air and see what happens. I want to let y'all know before I get into the Shangri, and we gotta bounce. Make sure that you check us out this weekend coming up in Monterey, California. We're doing 2 shows. Saturday, March 26th. First show is at 6 p.m. Second show is at 9 p.m. at Deja Blue. It'll be myself, Pedro, the person you see smiling there, actually me smiling, and Melvin Jr., aka Depression Comic. And motherfucker, look, it's like, man, life ain't working out. That's the name of his set. Life ain't working out, nigga. And then we got Jay Rich hosting. Make sure you check it out. Now, my Shangri is very quick, very, very to the point. And if you don't understand what I mean by this, then, well, you're part of the fucking problem. Well, y'all. Listen, what I mean by this, we can't sell out if we keep selling out. And this is not only pertaining to what we do for comedy, but I feel like the fact that people that do sell out keep getting rewarded, we can't sell out the proper way with the ways we should put our shit out there. And me and Pedro were talking about this too, but we have so many people that are willing to sell us out that we won't be able to sell out the way we should off of the strength of our culture, the strength of our community, the strength of our intellect. We just simply won't. We have too many people that are willing to sell out the Black race or people of color to do that. And in all these celebrities that fall into that category, which is Kanye West. I'm sorry, he falls into that category too, where you're charging, $1,300 for Yeezys or some shit like that. And part of it is part of the sellout factor. So what I'm saying is we can't sell out properly with, like we were talking about, if you wanted to do intellectual comedy, that you wanted to raise the bar, if we keep giving people who are slap happy hamadoogies come up, and we keep pushing that. So the whole CB, wow,
whole Congressional Black Caucus, there,
right?
Hit them with it.
Right.
Then NAACP. Well, how do you feel about them?
Yeah, no, I'm saying we got to start. We got to start standing up for what is going to move us forward in a proper manner, and not in a. That's the only way I can put it. And it's a proper manner than the way we are. And people are just going in. Raccoon. Like Byron Allen, I disagree right there, because Byron Allen is very, very, very pro-Black. He just goes about it in a different way. It's like the spook that sat by the door. You got to sit by the door so you can know what they're doing. So when you do get power, you can do it. And I know Byron Allen to a point. I've been around him on more than one occasion. I've done more than one show for him. And he's about brothers and sisters. Trust and believe.
Yeah,
Trust
and believe. When I did Comics Unleashed, I found out like it's actually a funny story, because he saw the list of names for the episode I did. And I wasn't Black Pedro back then. I just went by my name, Pedro Hernandez. And he not that I wasn't Black Pedro, but I didn't use the name back then. But he tripped when he saw the list of names for the episode I did, and he was like, where's my Black person? Because he had a requirement that every episode had, I believe, a woman, but
right.
Definitely had to have a Black person on every episode.
So yeah,
like,
so.
And I don't,
and that's why he did a version of it.
There are many shows that do not have that requirement.
Requirement.
Actually have an opposite one where it's just
right.
like, no.
In fact, he did. He's so into it. He made one called Hot Chocolate, which was all Black comics, and I did the mainstream one and I did the Hot Chocolate one. So you can't say Byron Allen, but what I'm saying to you,
they had to explain it. They had to explain. No, Byron Pedro is the Black one.
Right. Okay. So could it fool me the way he asked for Black people to help in his last court case that then disappeared after he won. He didn't disappear. He you just haven't seen him on your radar. So, and I know what you're saying, Ronell, because I mean that's the fucking thing I'm saying.
He is a behind the scenes guy.
He's a behind the scenes guy.
He's not going to be at the podium.
He came out,
my brothers and sisters. That's
right. The only reason he came out on Breakfast Club to break it down, and he broke it down on some other shows to let people know what is at stake. That is why he did that. But I get what you're saying though, because I believe that we have to stop. And I trust me, I do this shit myself. Where and I do this shit myself because I realize that it's an uphill battle, and I only have maybe 3 more years to live. So but I'm saying we got so many people in high visible positions that I see that are doing this, and we need more other people in high positions to be opposition to them, and I'd like to see that more. So I'm saying we can't sell out if we keep selling out. That's all. That's I'm out.
You hit him with the mystical knowledge, man. The riddle.
Yeah, the riddle of it all.
All right, y'all. Savage AF, man. I gotta bounce, but we'll be back here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll be a Tuesday. We're going up. We'll see you then. Keep your finger out your nose.
Deuces.